Hello, everyone. Dr. Melissa Tranquille here. How are you doing? Special welcome to you if you're joining me live. If you're joining me live, please come in and say hello. Let me know who's with me live. If you're watching the replay, just putting my phone on mute. If you're watching the replay, type hashtag replay. Let me know that you've watched this replay and you've gotten great value from it. So, a special welcome to you. It's so good to be back, right? Today it's the 13th of September. This is my first live after quite a while because I did take some time off during the summer vacation to actually be on vacation. One of the shortcomings, if I must say, about self employed people, entrepreneurs, business owners, coaches, whatever you call yourself, but one of the shortcomings about us is that when we go on vacation, we tend to still work with our laptop. We tend to still work nonetheless, and even our thought functioning. Have you can you relate to this? Any of you watching me live, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, self-employed, a coach, can you relate to this? That yet you out of the working hours per se, but your thought processes, your mind is still going, coming up with the ideas, coming up with, okay, how can I improve this, how can I do that, what needs to get done. And I'm not saying these things are not important, but it's like you're always in work mode. If you can relate to this, just type relate. You can relate to this, right? It's just, I find it's just one of the shortcomings with business owners. And what I tried to do this vacation was actually separate myself from it all. Really, really take time out. So take time out where you shut down the laptop. Yes, I hopped on my mobile from time to time, not every day, but from time to time, hop in, like, comment socially, put something socially, but nothing to really do with business. Let my groups know that it was on pause and actually just cut off. And then even in my thought processes, I wouldn't say that I deliberately tried to stop the ideas, but I think after 2 to 3 days, just that persistent workflow in my mind was gone because I tried to make that effort to really be deliberately present in the environment with family, enjoying the time, engaging in mindful activities. Like we did some gardening, some coloring, even art. I hadn't drawn for years, and I just started back doing some art, making doll clothes with the kids, playing in board games, really getting into it and being there in that moment and being on vacation, that your mind has gotten a vacation. And I think that's really important because why it's important is that when you give your mind a vacation, it's easy for your creative juices to flow when you do get back into it, right? Those creative juices will flow because your mind has gotten some rest. Your mind has gotten some time to connect, connect with spirit, connect with nature, connect with loved ones, just to be free and connect. So if you haven't done that, or if, for instance, you suffer with that like me, because that was one of my shortcomings, I'd go on vacation, but I'd still work like 2 hours in the day, or if it's just 1 hour, or if it's just that little time where I still work and then I go spend time, and it's only when we travel and we actually are at the hotel, that's the only time that I'm not on my laptop. That's how it used to be. So if you have a planned vacation, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, and you have a planned vacation, I would advise you to actually take some time out. Does that make sense to anyone? If you're watching the replay, let me know if that makes sense. Actually take that time out where you shut off the laptop, even the workflow in your mind, and you actually be on vacation. Someone from Facebook is saying, awesome. Thank you so much. I can't see who, but thanks so much for joining me live. So, all that chatter about vacation, it's really good to be back. I love coming and offering great value to my subscribers, followers, and even the people I work with. And today we're starting a 7-part series, the 7 steps to launching your online coaching business. So if you're someone watching me live and you've always wanted to launch your online coaching business, maybe you're working the 9 to 5 and you've wanted to start it as a side hustle to bring in that extra income because perhaps you need the extra income to buy a car, contribute to saving for your new home, or whatever the case may be. Or perhaps you want to leave the 9 to 5 and you want to run your own coaching business. Whichever the case, if you've always wanted to launch your own coaching business, if you follow me for the next 7 days, I am going to give you these 7 steps, at least the 7 basic steps. And of course, there's much more to it, but I can guarantee you that you will be getting great value from the training that I'm going to give these next 7 days. And I can guarantee you it is just as valuable even if you paid for it. So just imagine you've paid £1,000 for what you're about to receive. And when you approach it with from that perspective, you give the value to it and you do the work. You just do the work that's given to you. Really take it seriously just for 7 days alone, and it can be a major change for you in your life in creating your own online coaching business, right? So if that's you, you're lucky. Let's embark on the journey. 7 steps to launching your online coaching business. If you find, another thing is that the coaching industry is really a booming industry. It's expanding. And the statistics from realbusiness.co.uk says it's an 11.6 billion-dollar industry, and that was in 2019. So we can imagine, of course, right now. And we see more and more coaches online promoting their services, and that's great. I think that's commendable. It's commendable because there are millions of people out there who need all sorts of help. I mean, the areas that you can help people in, it's vast. You could be any type of coach, right? You could be a mindset coach, a business coach, and you could be a weight loss coach, a design coach, graphics designer coach, any type of coach whatsoever, a spiritual coach, whatever you want to call yourself, whichever field, whichever niche, just pick one that you're passionate about. So if you possess any special skills and talents, right, or you love helping people, you love helping people to improve their lives, it's something you've always been passionate about, and you would even do it for free, then hey, maybe you're called to be a coach. So if this is you, welcome. We're gonna go deep this for the next 7 days, and I'm gonna give you the 7 steps. And without further ado, I'm gonna start with the first step. And the first step is first knowing your deep why. This is the most crucial step. I think this should be the starting point because you don't want to embark on the journey for the wrong reasons. And you shouldn't embark on it if it is not something you truly want to do. And that's why I think the deep why is the first step rather than jumping to, oh, well, how much money do I want to make? What type of business I want to have? And the clients I want to serve. Before you get to that point, it's important to really have that deep reason, that inner reason. Why do you want to start your online coaching business? I mean, how many of you have ever tried to lose weight or have been on a weight loss program? Now, I have, right? I have twice, and now I'm on it again, right? So after my second child, after my fourth child, and now I'm trying to lose weight again. And for those of you who followed a weight loss program, you know that if you say to yourself, well, I want to lose 10 kilos, that even if you said, I remember the first time around when I had set the goal, I was overweight, very much overweight after my second child, and I had to lose 50 pounds. And at first, I set the goal in increments, of course. And when I had set the first 10 kilos or 20 pounds, just saying to myself, I want to lose 20 pounds, it wasn't the drive for me. So I found myself at the beginning, the very beginning of the journey, going to the gym and feeling so self-conscious, people looking at me. By the first week at the gym, I just dropped out because I felt really self-conscious and it was depressing. Looked at myself, I felt depressed about it. So that wasn't a deep enough reason why. But then when I began to really go further and examine myself, I began to realize I had some serious health issues. My knees were swelling, the nodes along my spine was swelling, causing a lack of circulation. So sometimes I might feel faintish. And I mean, I was experiencing all sorts of problems. And bearing in mind that I had 2 kids as well at the time. So I wanted to be able to run with them and play with them. And of course, doing that was quite challenging, being obese at the time. So of course, when I began to dig into the deep reason, why do I want to lose 20 pounds? Why does it matter? What would change for me? What would change for me if I lose that 20 pounds? And how will it benefit me and benefit my loved ones and those around me? And how would I feel about it? Why is this so important for me to achieve this? And then when I found that deep reason why, because I want to be in good health. and I want to be able to play with my kids, and I want to be able to move about freely, because of course when you're obese, just getting up from the chair, it's overwhelming, it's trying, it's difficult, it's challenging, right? So when you attach it to that deeper reason, then hey, I put the shoes on and went jogging on the streets. I didn't even want to go back to the gym. And of course, on the streets, it's even more self conscious because people, we lived in Paris at the time. I mean, Paris is busy, constantly busy. You jogging amongst people. We go to the parks. There's several other people jogging. So it's even an area where you feel so much more self conscious. But yet, still, it didn't matter then because I found my deep why. Hello, Joy. So I'm seeing Joy. Hello, Melissa. I'm so happy to see you. I have been picking up my children from school at this time, so I haven't been able to join. Joy, it's so lovely, lovely, my darling, to see you again. How was your break? I mean, I shared at the beginning, you could always go back and listen to it about my break. It was really awesome, but it feels good to be back and it feels good to connect with you. I'm literally connecting with you right now and it feels really, really good. How are your children doing? How is your family doing? I hope everyone is doing well. And if you've ever wanted to launch your online coaching business, that's what I'm talking about today. If this is of any value to you, my darling. So, and I was sharing my deep why behind me having to lose the 50 pounds. And when I found that deep why and I held on to that reason, it made me put the shoes on at 6 o'clock in the morning or whenever the time was scheduled to put that jogging shoes on and go out there for my run. And people would be looking at me, and I'm at the time I'm obese. I cannot go fast. I'm going very slow. But hey, and I should be feeling so much more self conscious because I'm surrounded by so many more people, and you go out even into the parks, there are lots of people exercising and cycling. But eventually, guess what started happening? People started cheering me on. Thumbs up. Sometimes you pass someone jogging, they're sitting on a bench in the park, they give you the thumbs up, they say, wow, that's good. And encouragement came from that. And I got up and I do it, and I did what I had to do. I was inspired to do it. I was inspired to eat the salads. I was inspired to do the things that I had to do because I was driven by that deep why. And hence, if you want to start your online coaching business, this is the first step. You see, the thing about it, many coaches want to start their online coaching business and they go onto social media, and social media is full of course, you get the fluff from a lot of people out there. Some of them too are not speaking the truth. I mean, yesterday I saw an ad where this gentleman said he made his first $5 million in 90 days with nothing, starting from nothing. Now, if you've been on the online space, if your name doesn't have Trump at the end or Biden, for example, how could you make 5 million in 90 days from nothing if Jeff Bezos isn't related to you or some other person where you could get the funds that you need starting from nothing? Well, perhaps a miracle and you got really a $1 billion idea, but in 90 days, right? So if you're nobody and you have nothing, how is that possible? Right? So it's definitely not from nothing. If that has happened, it's not from nothing. Or that's for another conversation. My point is that many coaches they follow, they follow the fluff. And if you don't have the foundations right, when things don't go as you think they would go or as fast as you want to, then of course you can find yourself feeling very, downhearted about it all. So the first step is to find your deep why. This is very, very important. Your deep why is what's going to drive you. So here are some questions to guide you. Ask yourself, why do you want to be a coach and run your own coaching business? Why is that important to you? What does it mean to you? What would it change for you? And not just for you, but for your life and for your loved ones. And you know what about the deep why? I find if you're running a business, now your deep why as it pertains to running a business. If you're running a business, what's important is that your deep why should not just be attached to you personally. So you have that personal input, that personal meaning attached to your deep why, but also is extended to your clients and the customers and the people that you serve because it's going to make it more meaningful for you. It's going to be a deeper feeling, a deeper emotion attached to you launching your coaching business. So, hence, what would it do for your clients? That's the question you need to ask yourself as well. What would it do for your clients? What would it change for your clients as a result of you assisting them or working with them or providing that service to them? And then by so doing, this is such a driving force behind all that you do in your coaching business. For me, part of my deep reason behind running my coaching business, and I've always said this, if you've been following me live, I've mentioned it before, I say it to people I speak to all the time, is really to have that active presence in my children's lives. And that means the world to me. So I want to be able to drop them off at school. I want to be able to spend time with them. After school, I want to be able to make memories with them, right? During the vacation, I want to be in their lives. I want to be an active part in their lives. And the other part now is related to this deep desire I've always, from since I have been a child, a student at school, have an innate desire to help others, to achieve their dreams, their goals, their projects, or whatever they're working on. I've always had that desire to help. And I would help for free. If I have to, I help for free all the time. I'm doing it right now, right? This is a free training that you're going to get access to for the next 7 days. And I also love to watch the amazing transformations that my clients and followers, subscribers make. So even my clients, if they would call me and say, well, hey, I've just gotten my first client, I mean, that is so inspiring, you know. Or sometimes a follower of mine who's been following, attending my trainings, sends me an email or texts me on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger and says, Melissa, since I've been following your training, I'm so much more confident. My mindset is more positive. I feel so much hopeful now. This is so inspiring, really, really inspiring and encouraging. And I feel truly, truly grateful. So it's important to take some time off. If you want to start your online coaching business and you follow me for the next 7 days, do each of these steps. Take some time off and think about using the questions that I've just given. Take some time off and think about your deep why. Why is it important to you and to your clients, right? Because that will drive your commitment to your coaching business, and you've got to be 100% committed. And that commitment is important, must come from a place of passion. And that is why you want to find out your deep why. Because you want all that you do in your business to come from that place of passion. So I want to say thank you for joining me live. If you're watching the replay, let me know if this was valuable to you. And even if you are already a coach, I must say this. If you're already a coach and you're struggling in your coaching business, perhaps this could just be the missing link for you. Perhaps the missing link is just that you haven't yet taken that time in your business to go behind. I want to be a multiple six-figure coach. Or maybe for you, that I don't really care about being a multiple six-figure coach, but I just want to make 3K a month. I just want to make 5K a month. Maybe that's your goal, but you're struggling because you've just attached your why to that surface meaning, and you haven't dug deep. You haven't dug deeper than just that. And you need to find that deep reason, because with that deep reason, remember, and I always have to bring in the law of attraction here, for things to manifest in your life, it's crucial, it's very, very important that emotion is attached to it. So that's the reason why you're digging deep. And as you dig deep in your thoughts, it's going to stir those emotions in you. And as you stir those emotions in you, and your deep why driving your commitment, and it's so being, as it drives your commitment, it will be the driving force in all that you do. It will help you to remain focused. You'll build resilience during tough times, and all of that. As you're going through all of that, you're building and nurturing that emotion and that feeling of running your business and of succeeding in your business, that it will manifest in due time, right? So it's really important to work through it. I want to leave you with that, and I'll be back here again tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. for step 2. And as we go, it's going to get exciting and so much more exciting. So have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.